Hello everyone, my name is Arun Thapa, student of Kathmandu University School of Arts. Today I am going to present for the module Forestry and Wildlife Management. The instructor of this course is Mr. Amol Ratnatulala, and the topic of my presentation is Management of Snow Leopard in Nepal. The scientific name of snow leopard is Panthera illicea. Nepali name is chituwa. Snow leopard have been classified as endangered in the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species since 1988, with the most recent assessment in 2008. The species is currently being reassessed for the next period of 2015 to 2020. Talking about habitat of snow leopard, they are closely associated with alpine and subalpine zone above the tree line. They favors steep rock terrain well broken by cliffs, ridges, gullies and rocky outcrops. They may migrate to lower elevations during the winter to avoid the deep snow and follow movement of their primary prey species. The main prey of snow leopard consists of medium-sized mountain ungulates, especially blue sheep, Himalayan or Siberian ibex, mudflower, Himalayan thar. They also prey on argali, woodeel, red deer, roe deer and musk deer. The supplementary prey for snow leopard includes marmots, small rodents and game birds. The range of the snow leopard extends from the Himalaya in the south, across the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and mountain of Central Asia to the mountain of Southern Siberia in the north. It occurs in 12 countries such as Afghanistan, Bhutan, China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. A small area of potential range occurs in the northern Myanmar, but recent snow leopard presence has not been confirmed. The wide range in estimates of global snow leopard range size vary from 1.2 million to over 3 million square kilometers. Snow leopard are found along the northern region of the country and the Himalayan range. There are three main complexes. The largest is located in western Nepal from Jalaka Pass in Sefoksunder National Park to Api Nampa Conservation Area along the Indian border. A central complex including Annapurna Conservation Area and Manaslu Conservation Area, and a smaller eastern complex from the Kanchenjunga Conservation Area of India-Sikkim border through Sagarmatha and Makalu Border National Park to the Gauri Shankar Conservation Area and Langtang National Park. The National Snow Leopard Conservation Action Plan estimates a total habitat of snow leopard 13,000 square kilometers in Nepal, while according to WWF 2009, the total habitat of snow leopard in Nepal is 12,815 square kilometers. Talking about population, in the 2003 version of the snow leopard survival strategy, the global population of the snow leopard was estimated at 4,080 to 6,590. According to the Global Snow Leopard and Ecosystem Protection Program 2013, the global population of snow leopard is between 3,920 to 6,390, while Jackson et al. 2010 suggested it lies between 4,500 to 7,500. According to Jackson 2010, he noted that the current knowledge was inadequate to generate a reliable figure. There are several difficulties to overcome in making reliable estimates for the snow leopard population size. The species secretive nature, generally low density and remote terrain results in low detention rates and small sample size, which makes extrapolation. While according to Government of Nepal 2012, the population is estimated at 195 to 416 individuals based on the relationship between scarp encounter rates and individual extrapolated over suitable habitat and cross-verified with predator-prey relationship. Population density is estimated at 1.5 to 3.2 animals per 100 square kilometer. Threats to snow leopard can be classified broadly into different areas. One of the main areas is competition with livestock, habitat degradation and decline in prey. Although human population density in snow leopard landscape is relatively low, its habitat are heavily used by people whose livelihood depends on traditional livestock herding. With growing human population, livestock herds are growing too, and in some places exceeds the capacity of the land to support them. The resulting overgrazing leads to the degradation of rangeland and may result in soil erosion. Competition for food with large and growing domestic livestock population also reduces with prey number, which already live at relatively low densities due to low productivity of the habitat. With agro-pastoralism extensively practiced across snow leopard range, there is great potential for competition for grazing resources between domestic livestock and the wild herbivores that make the main prey of the snow leopard. Another main area of threats to snow leopard is depredation by snow leopard and on livestock and retributive killing. The snow leopard-human conflict is one of the main threats to its survival because snow leopards are known to kill sheep, goats, horse, young calves. It is argued that when snow leopards ranging prey are outcompeted by grazing stock, livestock depredation is natural. As snow leopards are opportunistic predator, they often kill livestock because of the high encounter rates and effective guarding by herders. Also, unlike the free-ranging ungulates, livestock lack behavior response for orderly detention of predators and subsequent evasive strategy. In the absence of active wildlife management to address such problem, animals, villagers seek retribution through trapping, poisoning or shooting. Recent data on livestock depredation indicate that since 1992, snow leopard in Upper Mustang have been covertly killed in retaliation until now. Illegal trade is another threat to snow leopard. Poaching is primarily associated with the trade of snow leopard pelts, bones and body parts that are used in oriental medicine. As the illegal trans-border market exists between northern border of Nepal and Tibet, poaching has become too profitable for a few. Also, these villages have become important for poachers, traders because they use villages as channel for their haul across the border, where community vigilance and the border surveillance are minimal. Coming to the other threats, lack of awareness among local people and policymakers. There is a significant lack of awareness and understanding of the dilemma of the snow leopard, the value of the snow leopard, prey and habitat, and the local and regional consequence of the ongoing degradation of its ecosystem. This is true at all levels of the society, within and outside the snow leopard range countries, from local people to leaders of the government and from the private sector to the general public. Globally, snow leopards are less well known than other animals such as tiger and elephant. As a result, less funding has been available for the snow leopard conservation. Lack of institutional capacity has been rated as high or medium in 11 out of 12 countries. All of the snow leopard range countries report they have insufficient number of the trained conservation people at all levels, from the frontline protection area staff to the game managers and wildlife law enforcement personnel to research scientists. Moreover, and even where conservation staff's level are may be adequate, such as in scientific institutions, low funding limits their effectiveness. Secondary trapping and poisoning has been rated high in Russia and medium overall. Steel trap sets for the ropes, canis, and snares may also catch snow leopard even if these are not the intended target. Climate change, large-scale infrastructure and barrier, diseases, military and war are some of the other threats to snow leopard. Talking about legal status of snow leopard, it is legally fully protected under the National Park and Wildlife Conservation Act 2029, which lists this animal in Appendix 1. The fourth amendment of this act increased penalties for snow leopard poaching, acquiring, buying and selling of snow leopard parts such as its skin, bones and other things. The present penalties for persons convicted under such offence ranges from 50 to 1 lakh rupees or 5 to 15 years imprisonment, jail or both. Similarly, there is provision for a reward payment of up to 50,000 rupees to information leading to the capture and conviction of a poacher, since Nepal is also signatory to the Conservation of International Trade in Endangered Species of Fauna and Flora, the short form cites the responsibility of implementing agreements under this convention rests with the Department of National Park and Wildlife Conservation. A workshop sessions on implementing of the sites in Nepal was held in Kathmandu in May 1995. It was admitted and well received by the senior law enforcement officials from 10 different agencies. Talking about Nepal's present effort in snow leopard conservation, despite full legal protection of the snow leopards under the Nepal's Wildlife Act, animals are killed by the local people in retaliation for the real or perceived livestock depredation. In addition, snow leopards are occasionally killed so their pelts can be sold in the black market. A few such incidents are reported from the Selfoksundo Makalu National Park as well as Annapurna Conservation Area. A strict surveillance systems is being developed with the cooperation of the local people in some area, and efforts at all levels is being made to overcome the illegal pelt trade in the country, including the Kathmandu pelt trade. Locally, people participation in protected species conservation is essential. Based upon the past experience, it is essential to get local communities involved in conservation and to provide the alternative options for the predominant resources in the interest of long-term sustainability. Legally, the government has identified and enacted regulations in the buffer zone management and recycling of the revenue generated by the protected area for the development of the local communities, integrated conservation and the development programs which will lead to the sustainable use of the resource and the reduced dependency upon the protected area resource are being incorporated into the overall development and management program of the existing protected area. Conservation education is another means for reaching people and through the conservation message to create public awareness of the value of the conservation and the need to develop positive attitude towards the wildlife conservation in Nepal. There are special programs in those protected area with the snow leopard focused on expanding conservation awareness for endangered species. Selfoksundo National Park in the western Nepal has initiated programs with the development of visitor center and related conservation education program. Similarly, in Makalu National Park and the Annapurna Conservation Area, they are conducting studies and conservation education programs in their respective area. Talking about the scientific research on the snow leopard and the prey species, there are very few studies carried on the snow leopard and the prey species. Coming towards the conclusion and recommendation, for the sake of the long-term survival of the snow leopard and effective management of this species, various management recommendations, research priorities, and local community development programs are suggested for the further concern. Some of them are initiate a holistic approach to the conservation of the snow leopard and its prey species using a participatory community-based management approach, stop habitat degradation and manage existing protected area more efficiently through renewable resource intervention based upon a multiple land use and on a sustainable basis. Conduct feasibility studies to identify snow leopard habitat throughout its potential range in Nepal. This is done in order to provide sufficient habitat for ensuring the long-term survival of the species. Other point is pursued for the scientific studies and long-term monitoring of the snow leopard and its prey, including important socio-economic persons to assist management institutions in developing appropriate conservation action. Develop the linkage at the national and the global level among the various management authorities of friends, states and institutions which are engaged in snow leopard conservation and research in order to communicate information and exchange experience helpful in integrate community development activities with the protected area management system and work with the local people to help gain their confidence and cooperation for conservation initiative, develop an appropriate benefit sharing mechanism and create buffer zone to provide a cushions for a protected area and to help human needs on a sustainable basis. Increase the surveillance network for the protection of the species by establishing anti-poaching units and intelligence and providing necessary resources such as communication equipment, training and other things. Mobilize sites implementation agencies locally and globally to control the illegal trade in the animal parts of the snow leopard, provide money, manpower and materials essential for the effective management of the protected area. Other things are like develop and promote the saving and credit programs, improvement in the coral, predator proofing corals and night-time livestock shelters significantly reduce the depredation on the livestock by snow leopard, in particular multiple kills, and has achieved positive effect in many regions like for example in the Hemis National Park of the Ladakh. Develop the livestock insurance, develop veterinary assistance, develop ecotourism. These are some of the recommendations for the improvement in the management of the snow leopard. Thank you for listening my presentation. If you have any questions, please raise. I will try my best to answer it.